Welcome to another day of our study of Psalms. Today, I have Psalms 24. And this one, it tells us about Jesus as our Creator, our Redeemer, and our King of Glory. David is introducing us to this King that is the Lord of all creation, as in verses 1 and 2. The earth is the Lord's and everything in it, the world and all who live in it. For he founded it on the seas and established it on the waters. Right away, I'm reminded of the hymn called This Is My Father's World. And in it, it states, This is my Father's world, his hand and the wonders wrought, the birds, the morning light, the lily white declare the Maker's praise. And it reflects back to Genesis, how Jesus, as God, was the creator of everything. In verses 3 and 4, it poses the question of who can stand in this holy place. The one who has clean hands and a pure heart, who does not trust in an idol or swear by a false god. That was verse 4. This answer allows us to realize that we cannot stand in God's presence on our own terms. We are sinners and we are blemished. We don't have clean hands or a pure heart, no matter how hard we try. And so we need Jesus as our Redeemer to wash us clean and give us a pure heart. And the last part is the most exciting because it declares Jesus as the King of Glory. David knew that as such, as a great king that he was and was successful and liked by all, that there was one so much greater that was to come, and that was King Jesus. The ark was returning after a victory in battle, and it was going back to the temple. And so in verse 7, it tells us, Lift up your heads, you gates, be lifted up, you ancient doors, that the King of Glory may come in. Verse 8 states, Who is this King of Glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. And it repeats itself again in verse 9. For the temple to lift up your heads, lift you gates, lift them up, you ancient doors, that the King of Glory may come in. And then it tells us that the King of Glory is the Lord Almighty, and he is the King of Glory. Reflecting back to the hymn, My Father's World, in the last stanza, it tells us that he speaks to us everywhere. Let me never forget, though the wrong seems often so strong. God is the ruler yet. The Lord is King. Let the heavens ring. God reigns, and let the earth be glad. The battle is not done. Jesus who died and shall be satisfied, and earth and heaven be one. May we be forever thankful for this and be grateful that we serve a victorious King.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope what you heard and what you saw was a blessing to you. For our challenge, I encourage you to think of 5 things that you're grateful for. And I encourage you, if you can, throughout this time to keep a thankful journal, writing each day the 5 things that you're thankful and grateful for. After you've written them down, whether on a journal, on your phone, maybe in a piece of paper somewhere, on a notebook, I encourage you to share those 5 things with someone, whether it be your spouse, your family, your kids, your neighbor, your coworker, on your social media posts, and say, hey, these are the 5 things I'm grateful for today. And after you do that, I want you to pray about those 5 things, and throughout the day, thank God for those 5 things. At the same time, we're also doing a challenge of being complaint-free for the next 30 days. If you have a wristband as the ones that we've provided for complaint-free, or maybe just a watch that you wear, and if at any point throughout the day you think of a negative thought or you have a complaint and are ungrateful, what you need to do is switch that band or that watch from one hand to the other. So let's say I have a negative thought. I'm switching the band on my right hand to my left hand. And so now every time I look down and I feel something's missing, I realize that, hey, it's on my other hand because I had a negative thought. Hopefully together, in these 30 days, we can learn to train our minds to not think negatively and to be grateful for all that God has done together.